What is good, you guys? It's your boy Randy Anderson here on the Average Guy Podcast, on the Average Guy Studios. And today, before I start, you know how I usually do, I want to show my appreciation to everybody that's been checking out the podcast over the last week. You know what I'm saying? Uh, top city or top countries in the United States of 25. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying, even though a lot of bullshit's been going on. United Kingdom, yo, that's some dope shit. Appreciate you guys so much. Uh, Gabon, Gabon. I apologize if I mispronounced that, but appreciate y'all so much. The top cities is New Cross. I'm guessing that's somewhere in the United Kingdom. I appreciate you guys so much. We got five over there. Oak Grove, Missouri. Shout out to Oak Grove. In Chicago, we got three from the well, not my hometown, but my second hometown. Shout out to him, man. Just want to let y'all know I appreciate it, all y'all. And so let's get to this. Let's get to this. To the fuckery, I would say, because that's what it's like. So you guys know how we do it. We talk sports, hot topics. We get it off our chest. We bring up anything and everything. And I have a big question for everybody. So we talking sports real quick. Well, not real quick, but CP3, man. What is up with this free agency and CP3? CP3 didn't. He opted to take to not sign that big contract with Houston. What is your thoughts?
All right. How's my mic sound? It sound all right?
Yeah.
Sound good. All right. I'm using this for a mic. All right. Well, CP3, he opted out. Yeah, he basically fucked himself by doing what he always does. He played well. He played well this year. We had that. I remember about a couple months ago, we were having that discussion about CP3, and I was saying, I was getting behind her. I was like, CP3, he's an elite player. He has he has the capacity to go all the way to the finals. He can win the finals. It was just the injury that was holding him back because he hadn't been past, I believe, the first round or second round, previously in his career. So, yeah, man. Just when you thought he was, about to hit that home stretch, man, about to cross the finish line, and CP3 reared his head again. So the real CP3 stood up, man, and hamstring injury, and that was it, man. So yeah, he screwed himself, man, and now he's asking. Well, I think he's looking for like $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for a long contract, and I just don't know if teams are willing to commit to a long contract like that with him, with his injury history, and this one was just a cherry on top.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like you said, he screwed himself over. I thought he should have just took the contract with the Houston Rockets, but I'm guessing he's looking forward to where I guess bringing LeBron or go being wherever LeBron wants to be. I have no clue. Yeah, and we got Lauren here. What's good, Lauren?
What's happening?
All right, so we were just talking about CP3 and him screwing. Well, we believe he screwed himself out of this contract because he opted not to take I think it was 200 something million from Houston, that max deal from Houston. So what is your thoughts on that?
It could be because he wants to hold out some money so that they can maybe offer LeBron some money. So that may be why he opted out of his contract, because they want to make a pitch at LeBron before he tries to get in there and get his money. So it kind of makes sense because, you got to think at this stage of his career, which is winding down, he knows what he needs to try to win the title. And, what team wouldn't take LeBron to try to win the title? So I think that this is kind of part of course, really. If you think about it, I think Kevin Durant is planning on opting out of his contract so that he can renegotiate. So this is just part of course. I don't think that this says anything about necessarily what his final intentions are. But if they can get Harden, Paul, Clint Capella, and LeBron James all on the same team and figure out how to make it work within the contract. It'll kind of be something similar to what they did in Miami.
Oh, LeBron is not going to Houston.
I mean, look, there's absolutely no reason for him to go to Houston, but from Chris Paul's perspective, Chris Paul probably does think that, you know, him and LeBron James being friends, and also, you know what I'm saying, I think Chris Paul is the president of the Players Union, and then I think LeBron is the vice president, if I'm not mistaken, or he has the seat. And so, you know, he probably thinks that he has a shot. So, I mean, why not opt out and figure out what they could do money-wise to try to pitch and recruit him? And then if not, then he can always go back to the negotiating table and say, all right, well, let's work out a deal for me.
Yeah, okay. I never looked at it like that, but that's a different way of looking at it. Okay. All right. Let's talk about, I guess we want to shout out the MVP of the league, which is James Harden. And I have some stats real quick. I want to get you guys' opinions on it first. But what do you guys think about James Harden getting MVP?
What you think, Mr. Sharp?
here's how I feel about the MVP, man. If they did it like they used to do it, where they name the MVP at the end of the regular season, it makes total sense to me. It makes total sense to me that James Harden got the MVP. But when you add the playoff component, well, when you've allowed the playoff component to be seen before you name the award, that's where I kind of have the issue, because I'm like, he did the same thing he did last year, which was, you know, he ran out of gas, and then all he wanted to do was jack up a bunch of threes, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, to me, it was very similar to giving Dwayne Casey Coach of the Year. You know what I'm saying? If you would have gave it to him at the end of the regular season, it was probably he was in a position where it made sense. Now, there were other coaching candidates, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, had a chance, but at least it makes sense. But when you let them play through the playoffs and then you vote on it after the fact, I mean, I don't think either one of them deserved the award that they got. I feel like that the MVP should have went to LeBron, and I feel like Coach of the Year should have went to Brad Stevens.
Okay. Corey, what you got for us?
MVP, well, same thing. I mean, it's weird. I can't remember. Was the MVP voting was never this late before, was it?
Neither was the Rookie of the Year, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a little later. So that's what makes it. That's what kind of, you know, it brings those questions up. Because if you went through the whole regular, just the whole regular season and playoffs, it would be LeBron. Just how how he carried those guys through the playoffs, especially that second round. That second round alone probably would win him MVP against Toronto. But and that was against the Coach of the Year. But I think what kind of hurt LeBron was the fact that he switched players. He was getting a lot of the players that he wanted. It wasn't working out, but he was still, able to shuffle players, get who he wanted. And at the same time, then he didn't, even with his higher workload, he didn't average more than James Harden. You know what I'm saying? James Harden had the better record. He was in the better conference. He averaged more. I think they were about even in assists. James Harden only had about 5 rebounds, which is good for a shooting guard. So, I think, just going off the regular season, I think this was James Harden's time. He deserved to win it. But, if he went off.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Put James Harden on Cleveland, put LeBron on Houston. Does Cleveland make it to the final with James Harden?
Ooh. Oh.
Does Cleveland make it to the finals with
James Harden?
They They get knocked out second round. No, first round.
I think first round against Indiana. I think it might have actually been an easier series with James Harden. But the second round, I don't know if they make it out the second round with James Harden. They damn sure don't make it past Boston. So that's kind of where I go topsy-turvy with it. You know, I figured, you know, if you put James Harden on Cleveland all year, you know what I'm saying? Cleveland's not going to make it where they are. I don't feel that way. You know, I can't prove that because obviously it's not real. But if you just look at it from what you think, I don't think that they make it to the finals. And I think, to me, that's what separates my choice for MVP. I mean, really, you know, it's a tough argument if you just did regular season. You know what I'm saying? Considering that LeBron literally dragged Cleveland for the regular season too. I mean, take LeBron off and put Kyrie Irving. Okay, take LeBron off and put Kyrie Irving on Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Since we put so much stock in Kyrie Irving in Boston, put Kyrie Irving on Cleveland squad, and Cleveland might be hard pressed to be in the playoffs. Yeah, Cleveland might be hard pressed to be, or they might get in as an 8th seed. You know, so I think when you talk about the MVP discussion, you got to start like putting those pieces and kind of putting different people in different positions and saying, would the outcome be the same? Now, there's no guarantees that they wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But I think it says something that if you put James Harden on Cleveland, I don't think Cleveland makes it to the finals.
Yeah, they would. I had to think about it. I had to sit there for a while and think about it. Yeah, they would. They would.
They make it to the finals
in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, they would. They'd have enough. I think because keep in mind he led Houston without Chris Paul. I mean, he laid an egg against San Antonio in the second round last year. But I mean, at the same time, I mean that's San Antonio. And he had them. He had Houston in the second place in the West last year. He almost averaged the. Let me make sure I'm right on that one. I know he was almost averaged a double-double. I don't know if it was a triple-double.
Nah, he was double-double last year. He was a double-digit assistant point. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, he distributed the ball, man. He's been scoring so efficiently too. The past couple years. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. But it's weird, man. And like I said, man, LeBron is the best player in the NBA. If you went off the full season, it would be LeBron because he turned his game up to a whole nother level. I have no explanation. I could pinpoint, everything he did wrong and the problems. LeBron had his issues in the Indiana series. I think there was times he was holding them back in that series and in the conference finals and NBA finals. But the Toronto series is just that one series where I can't explain. I don't know what the hell happened. Like that was there's no explanation for that one. So yeah, just based off that one, I don't even think James Harden would have put on a performance like that one. So yeah.
I mean, LeBron's performance in the playoffs. I mean, what you got? 42, 45, 51. I mean, he had a playoff series that rivals against the great, or he had a playoff. This year's playoffs, he rivaled against the greats in the game. When you talk about overall contributions in the playoffs, LeBron you could say he had the greatest statistical postseason of anybody that's ever been in the postseason before. Like I said, big ups to my man James. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to my man James Harden. I'm taking absolutely nothing away from him because he had one hell of a basketball season. I just don't think he was the best player. But I mean, the years that Jordan didn't get it, Jordan should have got it too. So I mean, I think people just kind of get tired of voting for the same person, so they got to take the next man up.
Yeah.
Should have had it a few times.
Who?
I said Kobe should have had it a few times.
Yeah. I think Kobe might have got passed up a couple years too.
Colorado.
Hey man, you gotta watch what you doing in the peaks, man.
Keep your thumb out of places. All right. Yeah. LeBron James had 2,251 points. James Harden had 2,191 points. So advantage would go to LeBron. Rebound 709 for LeBron, 389 for James Harden. Advantage LeBron. Assists 747. Assists 630. Assists for Harden. So advantage LeBron. Field goal percentage 54.6. And for Harden 44.9. So advantage LeBron again. 3-point percentage was 36.7. So it was even with that. Minutes played per game, or I guess minutes in total, 3,026 minutes and 2,549 minutes for James Harden. So advantage LeBron. Games played 82 games. James Harden missed a few. He played 72 games. So advantage LeBron again. Triple doubles 18. LeBron 18 triple doubles. Harden 4. So I mean,
what's their true field goal percentage? The true field goal percentage. You know that stat. What's that one? Because because the field goal percentage is a tricky stat because LeBron, most of his shots come within 10 feet from the basket, whereas Harden plays on the outside, and he hoisted up a ton of three-pointers this year, especially in the 3-point percentage also.
Right. I don't know, because Harden also got to the line the most in the league this year. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know that he was still taking it to the basket because he shot the most. He had the most free throw attempts per game in the NBA this year. So, like I said, not taking the thing away from my man James, man. You know what I'm saying? The Beard put on the show this year. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, let me put it like this. He deserved the win just as much as LeBron did. I just felt like LeBron had a bigger impact on his team, which makes him the most valuable player to me. But I mean, pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? They both lost to Golden State, so I guess they got that in common.
And on a side note, all three star players from the OKC Thunder have MVPs now. So Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and now James Harden. So
what could have been?
Right, what could have been? All right. So Rookie of the Year, I've never known the Rookie of the Year to take this long to come out and to be decided for a #1 player of Rookie of the Year. But Ben Simmons won the Rookie of the Year. What is you guys' thoughts on that? Lauren, what you got for me?
Man, look, man. Donovan Mitchell got robbed, and honestly, Jason Tatum did too. It should have been Donovan Mitchell should have won Rookie of the Year. Tatum should have came in second, and then Ben Simmons should have came in third. I mean, that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you talk about what these young guys did in the playoffs, I think again, do it at the end of the regular season, and maybe it's a slightly different conversation.
Yeah.
Although I still got to give it to my man Donovan Mitchell anyway, and for two reasons. Number one, I felt like he was a better player through and throughout the season. But I also feel like, man, look, if you get hurt in your rookie year, you lose your chance on Rookie of the Year. I mean, it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like it when Blake Griffin got it, So, nah, man, I'm not with that, man. I think the NBA needs to change their rule. Like, the year that you come to the league, that's your rookie year. If you get hurt and you miss the whole season, I mean, you miss out on it. And the thing is, like, I mean, you know, you could spin it so many different ways. Again, big ups to Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? He did, like, I mean, I guess this is his first real year. You know what I'm saying? Since he didn't have to sit out, he had a big impact. I mean, they had, what was it, a 16-game winning streak without Joel Embiid, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that was all him learning how to carry a team without his other star players. So I think that that was a good thing for maturity. But I mean, when you talk about just the dynamics of a player, I mean, all you got to do is foul Ben Simmons and you good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All you got to do is foul him or make him shoot a 3-pointer or something like that. So I mean, you know, I got to give it to my man Donovan. Man, Donovan had one hell of a season. I think I'm interested to see how the pairing with him and Grayson Allen goes.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm interested to see how that works, because I mean, I can tell you this: Grayson Allen ain't gonna be tripping nobody in the NBA unless you want to get popped in the jaw.
What about Draymond with that bullshit?
Oh man, yeah. That would be something nasty. If he tried to trip Draymond, of course, you know Draymond like to knee people in the nuts too.
That's it. I told him we come from a different cloth. I told him y'all saw.
Yo, if you try that with Boogie Cousins, it's a wrap. Don't play with Boogie. Boogie knock your ass out. Or Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph is somebody not to play with. And rest in peace to his brother. You know what I'm saying? So I guess his brother, something happened to his brother. I just want to say rest in peace for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Donovan Mitchell should have been Rookie of the Year. Jason Tatum should have been number 2. But man, I just never seen like the Rookie of the Year just wait till this long to show us who's gonna be the Rookie of the Year. Like it's
the same mindset as all the other awards where they waited till after the playoffs to name it. Which that's what threw me off, because I'm like, if you go through the playoffs, like, I mean, you really got to have an argument for Jason Tatum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he was balling.
Yeah, I mean, he led the team in scoring as a rookie. Had the highest scoring average of any rookie in Boston history. The whole history of Boston. You talking about Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Paul Pierce, and this dude comes in as a rookie and averages 18 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. Like, I mean,
and one game away from the NBA Finals.
One game away from the NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, man. Like I said, Ben Simmons. If Ben Simmons can figure out how to shoot 75% from the free throw line, he will be a scary player, because you can't get him, you can't stop him from going in the lane, which is why he takes free throws. He just can't make a free throw. Like, when you shoot worse than Shaq, that's a problem. That's a problem when you shoot worse than Shaq.
Yeah.
All right, Corey, what you got?
Everything Noah said. I mean, that's just what it is. The NBA needs to do something with that rule, with the whole red shirt thing, like it's college and everything. Like, this isn't college. You need to be there. I mean, if you can't, if you get hurt that first season, I guess you just shit out of luck. You know what I'm saying? You still got a whole career ahead of you. It's just one reward. One award. And then on top of that, if we were going off the playoffs, it would hands down be Donovan Mitchell. But I think what put Ben Simmons over the edge was the circumstances. Joel Embiid going down. Philly was sitting at 19-19 at one point, and they finished the season at 52-30. I believe 52-30. So that's a huge surge. That whole 16-game winning streak. They beat quality teams down the stretch. And it was all led by Ben Simmons. He was basically spearheading that offense. I think Well, he averaged about 14 a game compared to Donovan Mitchell's 20. I think, but Donovan Mitchell, that's his job as a shooting guard. Well, I'm about to go with this next stat, but he had Ben Simmons is a taller guy, so of course he had more rebounds and then assists. But Donovan Mitchell doesn't act as a point guard. But as with many players in his position, players who played in the past, if they played in the point guard position, they could average more assists at the same time. But his role is to be a shooting guard, so therefore he only averaged about 3 assists per game. But he was always huge down the stretch. Rookie season, all through the year, he was huge down the stretch. Clutch player, and then in the playoffs, I mean, he took out. I know OKC was struggling, but that was still a hell of a series win for him. He beat them emphatically.
If he don't get hurt,
they still would have been out.
Huh?
They still would have put Houston still would have put the nail in the coffin. It just would have made.
Not in that game. It would have been the next game. Not in that game.
Yeah. Because they pretty much they went downhill when he went out that game. But yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It's based off of regular season. So yeah, I'd go ahead. Like I said, that roll run, that 16-game winning streak. You saw they were sitting at 500 a little bit before the mid-season point. But Ben Simmons went on a tear, man. He was a triple-double machine. He was doing it all.
Triple-double put him over too.
Yeah,
I think he had about 10 this year. 10 triple doubles, yeah. So I mean, for a rookie, I think he might be one of the first rookies to have that many since Magic.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a force in the league. Just work on the free throws, man. Quit practicing with Shaq, man. Quit practicing with Shaq.
And he has to get a mid-range. He has to have a mid-range game added to his arsenal too, because that's what killed him in the Boston series. It was solely Ben Simmons. Yeah, and that one game he only had like 1 point. I mean, he gets it. I mean, if you guard everybody else and you can, find somebody that can, stay aggressive with him and send him to the free throw line, play him one-on-one, and you guard all the 3-point shooters. Shit, hell, you took him out of his game, basically. What else is he going to do? Because he's not going to hit. He can't even hit a 10-foot jumper, So that's a glaring weakness, but it's something that can be improved on. I've seen many players improve on their shots throughout the career. LeBron couldn't shoot worth a damn when he came in, and he turned out to be. He's not reliable, but he's a decent shooter. He'll shot if you leave him open. So yeah, Ben Simmons has more to work on. Donovan Mitchell, that's gonna be. Oh man, he's gonna be a motherfucker.
just stay healthy, and he's gonna he's gonna be nasty in the West, man. That's reminds me of young Dame Dillard, man.
Yeah,
Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar. All right. Yeah. Before we leave off of basketball, LaMelo Ball didn't get drafted in the second round. So
LiAngelo.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, LiAngelo or Jello. Yeah, whichever one of them Ball brothers it is. He didn't get drafted.
Jello. He got slipped up trying to get that jewelry.
Man, all I'm saying is, damn, bro. I guess a leaked tape came out where it was showing one of his practice sessions. It wasn't too good. So, I still got hope for you in the league. Your daddy kind of fucked you over where he just had you playing for Golden State and or just practicing for Golden State and the Lakers. So I mean, somebody else probably would have took a link on you. So I don't know. But, we got anything for the NFL?
Yeah, Jerry Rice said that if he wanted to, he could come back right now.
All right, old man.
So did was it T.O.?
Yeah,
I think it was T.O. T.O. said the same thing. He said, if I wanted to, I could come back and you know what? I don't doubt neither two of them. Now they wouldn't be number one receivers by any stretch of the imagination, but I actually believe both of them could come back and play in the NBA. I mean, or NFL. I mean, Jerry Rice never had a major injury because he learned how to not take a hit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And T.O., you know, he's T.O. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can catch any football.
That's true. But you gotta remember, the hit radius is totally different. So one hit gonna fuck them old bones up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You seen Jerry Rice in that ESPN body issue?
Nuh-uh.
To be that old and still be ripped? He's ripped.
Hey, black don't crack. Corey will be back in a little bit, but if we don't have anything else in sports, I think Mexico made it. So shout out to Mexico in the World Cup.
Yeah, viva los Mexico, viva los Mexico.
Corey, did you have anything else? Did you have anything to say?
No, Jerry Rice will get snapped in half, man. They try to come back up. He already played, man. I mean, how much you want to do, man? He played 20 years. He put it down for my guys. I love those years, man, with him and Tim Brown with the Raiders, man. So those were some beautiful years, man. He was still doing his thing. He was still effective. His damn cornrows was halfway.
Hey, that's why I want to come back with them line cornrows.
Yeah. So I think that's more of if he's saying that, I think that's more of a shot at the league today. I think he's basically trying to say these guys are soft, and the league is protecting all the receivers and everything. That could be the only thing he's saying because he didn't his last year. You know, after he was done, Oakland let him go, and then he tried out for Denver, and then they cut him in that preseason. So
I mean, he's in shape to play football, but he can't play football.
Yeah, he gonna play CFL, gonna play with Manziel or somebody. Yeah.
They should start the XFL league, man.
Yeah.
What was his name? Well, I don't know what his nickname would be though.
He hate me.
Yeah.
Hey,
my job is patching into my phone. I'm gonna try to hop back on here in a little bit.
All right. So yeah. All I'm saying is if you guys have been here for now, just hit the hearts. You know what I'm saying, on SoundCloud, like, review on iTunes and Stitcher and all those things. All right, so hot topics of the week. Yo, man, all these young kids and these old dudes, old heads, y'all need to learn that Instagram, Facebook is not for all the fuckery, man. The feds are watching your phones or are watching your social medias and will use all that stuff against you in a court of law. So just know y'all not safe. Y'all not safe. All that stuff that y'all talking about, y'all gonna be pulling out them sticks on people and doing all that other stuff and then alluding to people dying.
Yeah.
Y'all, man. So Corey, what you got on that?
Nah, these idiots, it's the one glaring flaw. It's the one glaring flaw of people that, you know, with that type of mindset. And, you know, usually when guys are participating in this type of fuckery, and not all guys, because there's a lot of things, you know, especially when, you know, in the gang life, there's all type of factors such as, you know, sometimes guys can't even go, they join gangs because they can't even walk down the street, you know what I'm saying? They can't even go to the store, you know what I'm saying, without getting harassed and asking who you with and this and that. So, you know, it's things like that. But a lot of times these motherfuckers are just in it for fame and different things like that. So they can't help but to, you know what I'm saying? Even if somebody, you know, comes at them sideways, they can't help themselves. They gotta come up there. They gotta, you know, it's like wrestling, man. WWE motherfuckers. Yeah, that's all they doing. They cutting promos. They cutting promos like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm I'ma see you, and man, they doing the same shit, and it gets all the fans. The fans get all hyped up. There's a great example. Do you know who Rico Reckless is?
Yes, sir.
Okay, his ass. I think it was about last week. He went to FBG Duck from Chicago, rapper named FBG Duck. He went to his hood and was, talking shit, walking the streets in broad daylight, yelling at everybody and everything, and talking about I'm in your hood and shit like that. Man, now I don't know if this was related to it or related to anything, but just a couple days ago, I think he was in Nashville or something, and he's in the gas station. He's in the gas station, and the guy, taking pictures. He's talking about Rico Reckless good in any hood, all that. They showing love and all that. And then Rico Reckless goes about his way. Well, in that same minute, the guy's still on his live, and he says, "Hey, y'all want to see me, up the pole, test Rico Reckless." The same guy that was just showing him love said, "Hey, y'all, you want to see me test Rico Reckless?" And all the fans down the thing say, "Yeah, do it." So he goes outside and say, "Hey, I heard you've been doing something, this and that." And, Rico Reckless is kind of confused, like, "Oh man, what the hell are you talking about?" And dude's like, "I'm just letting you know, man, we got them poles and everything." And pulls out the gun on him, man. Pulls out the gun, dog. Pulls the gun on him. And, luckily, Rico Reckless didn't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want to see a young brother get hurt, man. Lucky, and I didn't want to see that man kill anybody. And that definitely would have been stupid on camera doing that shit. Yeah, man, it's just, man, the internet is, man, it's when you're not educated on it, and especially when you're just not educated in life in general, it leads to you abusing it in that manner, man. So yeah, that man, they're watching shit, man. These guys are gassed up. They can't control themselves from doing this stupid shit because they keep doing it. They keep doing it. You saw Rollo out of Atlanta, man. He was sitting there. I'm the biggest coke dealer in the Bluff and all that shit, man. The feds was watching all of that shit, man, and pinned his ass down, man. So yeah, these guys got to be smarter, but at the same time, man, I don't know. I guess it just comes with it, man. When you think a certain way, when you bring a certain energy with you, there's certain things, there's certain blindness that comes with it, right. And then with certain knowledge comes, with certain knowledge, especially knowledge of the world itself, and spiritually, and dealing with energy and all of that, you'll start to move different. You know what I'm saying? You'll know to yourself, you have no choice but to move different, because the things you do can not only affect you, but it can affect
around you,
your mama, your dad, everybody around you. So yeah, it just comes with it, man.
Yeah, he ain't speak nothing but facts, yo. All I'm saying is, man, the internet, the social media is not your friend, bro. Y'all know what Facebook stands for, pretty much? FBI, bro. Because Facebook owns Instagram, and they own a couple other places. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, be careful what y'all put on Instagram. And that's just what you can say from the average guy, man. So let's talk about this Hot 97 Joe Budden versus Paul. All right, I'm gonna play a little clip for you guys. So.
I don't have anything specific, buddy, so I just want to give a special shout out to my old friend Joe Budden. Oh, wow. Congratulations. You played yourself. Joe Budden decided to go on his podcast and tell a story. To tell a story to his sad, emo friends. Or his sad, emo friends. A lot of us normal hip-hop that do those podcasts. And he has this specific hardcore people, the ones who go chasing people on Twitter and Instagram. Sad emo. He's got like a button high. Their emojis would be like cigarette and Timberlands in a syringe. I don't know. It's just depressive. But anyways, Joe had a specific kind of crowd. And Joe decided to go tell a story. XXX announced it on the Michael K show because I was doing my segment and I was so taken aback by it that I announced it. And when I announced it, I referred to him as a very troubled person. At some point, I said he's no angel. To all my little listeners right now, make sure you go up top.
All right, yeah, he said, and like he also alluded to Joe Budden calling him a culture vulture, and I guess he got super sensitive when that happened. But my whole thing on it is you can't. The first thing that came out your mouth from, and like this is what I heard from fans like of that show that was listening to that show. He said exactly what you said. Joe Budden says you said. So he said that he's like he had a troubled past. That was the first thing he said. So all I'm saying is, if you're getting mad about the backlash that Joe Budden came at you with, own up to what you said. You know what I'm saying? So what is your thoughts on
it? Classic Paul Rosenslob. He's always saying some stupid shit, man. At this point, I can't even keep count, man. I think he's all that culture vulture and all that stuff. There's a lot of culture vultures out here. I think Rosenberg just, he just says dumb shit. I wouldn't say culture vulture, but he says a lot of dumb shit, a lot of misinformed things at times. I think that was bad timing when he said it. And he had some valid things he said. Joe Budden does fuck up a lot of relationships. Joe can't stay out of his way, but Joe admits that type of thing. Admits that a lot. So it's just two radio personalities, man. I can't stand Paul. Not Paul Rose. That's the Interscope guy. All the same, they're all Jewish guys. But yeah, Rosenslob, man, he never fails to amaze me, man. Sometimes I'm just like, man, how the hell did you get here?
Right.
There's a name Rosenberg. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's all you need to know right there. His last name's Rosenberg. But Joe has I just saw Joe's on vacation, and he said he has he's got a comeback for Rosenberg coming, I guess, Tuesday. So that's tomorrow, I think. Yeah. I think that might be tomorrow. So, yeah. I don't know if this Tuesday or next Tuesday. So, we'll see where that goes. And it's all that's fun as long as it doesn't, they're radio guys. Joe and Peter Rosenberg, they won't. It's not nothing that'll escalate to any violence or fist fights or anything like that. They're just gonna have their words. So it's gonna be, something just it's funny to look at. We'll see if Joe can come back and Ether, give him some more Ether.
Yeah, because he was like, Rosenberg said something about he only had that one hit and when it's Pump It Up, and I'm over here like, man, like I swear every time somebody wants to diss Joe, they go straight for the Pump It Up. That's literally the low hanging fruit because he ain't got nothing else. Besides his drug addiction, and he admits to all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, let's just keep going for the low hanging fruit, even though everybody has done it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really a big fan of Paul Rosenberg, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, if you're gonna come for somebody, make sure you come correct with it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So yeah. And he also said that Joe, he's the reason why Joe has a podcast and why his podcast. He's the reason why the podcast is what it is right now with Joe Budden's podcast. And my rebuttal to that was, Joe is the reason why you have that show on Complex. That show was because of Joe Budden. And when Joe Budden didn't get paid and he got released, well, I guess he left or whatever. That's what happened. They kept the show and then they put you on there. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, it's that back and forth. I'm pretty sure Joe will talk about it. I'm definitely for sure Joe will talk about it. I think Wednesday. I think it'll come out Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always something It's always something with him, man. I remember one time Joe, probably about a couple years ago, Joe went on there and they were Ebro dives into bullshit too. You know, about that old I-97. I like Laura Styles though. But yeah, Ebro tends to jump into a lot of bullshit. But you know, sometimes he's cool. But yeah, I know they were on Joe's case because he had fired one of his assistants on his show or something like that, and it was for something.
That redhead chick, I forgot what her name is, but yeah, her.
Yeah, and you know, it was one of Joe. You know, Joe's crazy. Like you said, Joe's gone through drug addiction and everything. Joe's you know he's off his rocker too. So one thing to note about Joe Budden, you know, he had Pump It Up, but Joe was killing it on the mixtape circuit. On the basically, you know, I wouldn't say Joe was like right above underground. On that whole mixtape circuit, as far as just putting out hot just 16s and not even 16s, just like the Murder Music series that he had. Man, he was spitting back in the day on them DJ Clue mixtapes, man, with Fabulous and Stack Bundles, R.I.P. Man, they had some killers, especially his songs he had him and Stack Bundles going back to back, man, and that whole Desert Storm thing they had going, you know, in the early 2000s, man. So Joe's respected on the mic. He's part of Slaughterhouse. Also, he's a pioneer. He's a pioneer of the internet podcast game because he was one of the first ones. He was doing this shit back in like 2007. You know what I'm saying? On doing podcasts. He's been doing this since then.
No, he wasn't doing podcasts. He was doing YouTube and like visual stuff. That's what he was doing back in 2007.
Well, no, it was visual, but he had it kind of like a podcast. It was called I'll name this podcast later. I think it was. I don't know if that was later. That was like a couple years later, but he was one of the first ones that was, you know, really as far as hip hop, you know, doing the podcast and everything like that. So he's a pioneer and loving hip hop and all that. You know, that shit is trash, but he's a pioneer. He's one of the ones, you know what I'm saying, making his relationships public. They've always been public from, you know what I'm saying, all them little Spanish chicks he was hitting from their fucking Tahiri and all that, you know, his little back and forth with her. It was always public. So yeah, Joe had some influence in the game. He's no pushover.
Yeah, I will say one thing, but no, the pioneer for podcasting and like hip hop podcasting in general would be Combat Jack H, aka Reggie O'Shea, rest in peace. But
Combat Jack, okay, yeah.
Combat Jack was like the guy back in the day. So that's the.
Yeah, what about YouTube? Was Combat Jack on YouTube too?
Combat Jack, I didn't think get to YouTube till later. But like that's the reason why I said Joe Budden, because Joe Budden had Joe Budden TV way back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like he was a pioneer for like, because when he would go out on tour, he would have people following him with cameras and documenting everything. So I mean, he was a pioneer with all that visual stuff.
Yeah,
all right, and
get beat up on camera too. He pioneered that too.
All right. Do you think what is his name? Ebro might lose his job after going in on all the whole Mexican thing with the Donald Trump stuff? It's possible he could lose his job.
Oh, it's possible. You know, it's always possible. Yeah, you never know what to expect coming from the government and what's the guy's name what's the group's name that control FCC? You know, the FCC. They never know what they'll say. You know, they're doing a lot of censoring. If you look on YouTube, it's a ton of censoring. They're shutting down a lot of guys' channels just for presenting alternative facts. So yeah, you just never know what type of angle they'll take. But you know, as of right now, it looks like he still has his job. He's been around there at High 97 for some years. So you know, so he's got some history. So it won't just be that easy for them to let him go. I know guys have said worse things. I remember Star back in 01 made fun of Aaliyah. and you know, Star, then I very respect Star tell the truth because he said 100% I did it for the come up. It was my come up, you know, shock value. So you know,
he was the original shock jock. He was one of the original shock jocks.
Yeah, but they didn't. They weren't even going to fire him for that. They so you know he actually left on his own accord, and he was still finding work until he got into that little issue with DJ Envy. So I think Ebro is still you know, he'll still be around, but I wouldn't be surprised, man. You know, they don't like to hear shit like that. I don't think he'll be able to do that too often. You know, he threw that out there. That's something, you know, for every now and then. I think they really won't trip. But if he gets to, you know, sitting on there every day on that microphone and starts spitting the real shit, the truth every day, just like they're doing like they did William Cooper. You know who Bill Cooper is? Who wrote To Behold a Pale Horse. They're doing just like him, man. So I think Ebro should be all right.
Yeah, Ebro will be fine. I'm damn sure he'll be fine. He knows people in high places, and I'm pretty sure they'll vouch for him. So yeah. I mean, yeah, he's not going nowhere anytime soon. Everybody's been trying to get rid of him. So everybody's been trying to get rid of that whole crew, honestly. They've been trying to get a whole bunch of new blood up in there. And allegedly ain't nobody budging to make the moves.
Yeah, man. I-97 that really went down from where they used to be. Funkmaster Flex, and I ain't trying to, man, I'm nowhere, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going off of observation. Funkmaster Flex just really, man, I don't know what he's doing. I thought he'd be farther. Ahead, man, but he's just kind of, he's at a weird, you know, he's doing the radio at a weird time when nobody's really listening. You know, his time slot that he comes on. Yeah. And then the time you really see him in the news is saying some completely outlandish shit. He's in a conflict with Kid Capri, saying Kid Capri is a nobody, and Kid Capri is a worldwide name. Like, the fuck are you talking about? So
when did this happen?
Oh, this is all this week, man. It's been back and forth between DJ Kid Capri and Funkmaster Flex.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And Flex is, I don't know what's going on with that guy.
Yeah. It's like I ain't playing no more games with you niggas. It's raps.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dame Dash and more in Hot Topics. First, I want y'all to hit the hearts on SoundCloud, like, subscribe, and review on iTunes. And also subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel, the Average Guy Studio YouTube channel. Tell a friend as well. And so Dame Dash called XXX Tentacion the Tupac of this generation's 15 to 25-year-old. What's your thoughts?
These niggas need to stop. Tupac, you know, they only do it because of the death factor, because, you know, he died, and, you know, everybody's always Tupac and this and that. No, he's not Tupac. He had a very large fan base. He touched a lot of, he was able to reach a lot of fans, but I think he's the XXX Tentacion. Let him be him and let Tupac be Tupac. You know what I'm saying? There's just really no I don't see the correlation, because, you know, not too many, a lot of the guys, a lot of street niggas, you know, some do, but not everybody, not a lot of street niggas listen to or even know really about XXX Tentacion. Whereas, you know, Pac had the streets and he had the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? He was able to, you know, Pac was worldwide. So that's getting a little bit ahead of themselves. X, he didn't his time was short lived. He was only really out like 2 years. But I did say, like I said, the second he died, I said, man, he just became a legend. You know what I'm saying? In his own right, he's become a legend because of just how because of the fan base that he was able to pull. He had that whole little that kind of like I think what it was emo, that kind of emo fan base. They get into different things. Real emotional. Talk about suicide and everything. I think it'd be the same thing like if Kid Cudi were to die. You know what I'm saying? If Kid Cudi were to die, it would be a big thing because more people listen to Cudi than people realize. Black people, white people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Cudi really touches the hood. You know what I'm saying? So to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they really listening to it, but everywhere else outnumbers that. That whole, it's something that they can relate to. So I think that's what with XXXTentacion and guys like Kid Cudi, they have that crowd. They have a really big crowd because they're able to touch those guys. Whereas some guy like say like Mac Dre is a legend, but he was only known on the the hip hop side, and he was known worldwide, but it just wasn't able to reach everywhere worldwide. It's more of a cult like following, kind of like XXXTentacion. But his was on the street side, and it didn't reach quite as much as people as I think XXXX did. So he's Triple X, man. He's Triple X, and let Tupac be Tupac. Yeah, that's you know what I'm saying.
Okay, and like on Facebook, if you don't follow me on Facebook, it is the Average Guy Podcast on Facebook. But what I said on Facebook was it was pretty much. I had said that XXXTentacion was a legend on one of the last couple episodes, and some people hit me up and was like, "What are you talking about? He's not a legend." But these same people, when Dame Dash said XXXTentacion is a legend and he's a legend like Tupac, now XXXTentacion is a legend. So I understand. I'm just a little guy right now in this market, but and Dame Dash is a big wig in his market, and you might take his word over my word, which is fine. But I just want y'all to keep that same energy when I'm right. And I want my credit. God damn it, because I said this way before Dame Dash said this. I didn't say the whole Tupac thing, but I just said he was a legend. Y'all called me crazy. So yeah, I just want y'all to keep that same energy. All right, more in hot topics. Lil Wayne, he is going to be releasing the Carter 5. What is your thoughts?
I mean, who knows, man? I think, man, people are kind of. Lil Wayne still has his audience. I think there's a lot of people who will still be able to, hit 6 digits, but he doesn't have the same impact like he used to, though. You know what I'm saying? Because he's put out some solid mixtapes. He just dropped the Dedication 6. I think that was 6 or 5. I forget. I think it was Dedication 6. Yeah, and those were. It was. He had a Dedication, and then the Dedication 6 Reloaded, and then he was kicking that fire, man. You know what I'm saying? He sounded rejuvenated. But it's weird, man. I just don't know what the fans really want sometimes. Because sometimes, back in the day, man, I was hearing Wayne, and a lot of those records, man, he was killing, man. He was killing them damn records. But sometimes, man, he'll spit that shit, spit at 16, and he'll say little weak ass metaphor, man. Everybody in the damn room would be going crazy. I'm like, what? Like, man, that's some elementary shit. And so
I'm shitting on niggas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All those references, and then he just dropped something, man, probably about a couple years ago, man, and it was a solid project, man, and And the consensus was, the overall consensus was it wasn't good. You know, they weren't feeling it. But I thought it was some of his most inspired work he had made since, you know, the Carter 3. So, I don't know. I just think people, you know, they moved on. They moved on, you know. A lot of the guys in the game, man, these are Wayne's children. You know what I'm saying? They all come from that cloth, you know, that whole little rock star vibe, the dreads, man, that's all Wayne, the skinny pants, all of that. Every motherfucker's a blood. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's facts.
Ain't earned their way into their gang. You know what I'm saying? They just can claim to be a blood. Woke up one day and decided they want to be a blood, and that was all off Lil Wayne. Yeah. So now, we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. I think it can be a good. I think it could be a good project, man. If he spit like he was on this on the Dedication 6, if he comes like that, and it comes to beat selection, I think what he needs to do for this project is don't worry about trying to cater too much to the pop side like he has in the past. Put some hits, get raw, get down, get gritty. You know what I'm saying? You got to come with it. And I think if he does that, you get a good project.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. I have no clue. The last time Lil Wayne dropped something good, I said it in one of the last couple podcasts, was I think No Ceilings. That was the last one, and I was like, okay, I fuck with it. But everything else has just been hit or miss. And honestly, when Wayne is on the lean, phenomenal. But if Wayne gets back on the lean, that might be the last time y'all see Wayne. So y'all don't want him back on that lean and spitting, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? That might be the last time y'all see that nigga, because that nigga that had way too many seizures. And it just take one and it's raps, coach. It's raps. So I mean, I hold it until it comes out. I won't say anything really bad about it. But I'm not looking forward to it, honestly. Because it's not my forte. I'm not a big Wayne fan like that no more. But another thing on how bro, the summer, I say this every year. I say this to my friends. I say this to family members. The summer brings out the niggatry in everybody. So what I mean by that is when it gets hot, niggas like to pull out guns and shoot people. So what I really want everybody to do right now is to make sure all your friends and family members are safe and stuff like that. But just be safe out there, because shit, the devil been working overtime the last couple weeks. XXX got killed. And the 3 people that I guess set him up are in jail now. And this young kid from Brooklyn fuck around and got jumped and cut up. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy. That shit is
mistaken identity.
Right, and a mistaken identity. And now he's dead. So that nigga got one more, plus all 5 of the niggas that fucking did it. And then to put the cherry on top of this motherfucker, the gang leader said, what the gang leader say to the mom? Oh, I'm sorry, we got the wrong, or he wasn't the target. Like nigga, like what? Like that's supposed to be okay.
Yeah.
The fuck? Yeah. So what is your thoughts on all this?
No, it's always been the same. It's always the same old savagery and everything. It's just able to get caught on. It's just caught on camera. It's able to be shared worldwide. That everybody's able to get wind of the news. But now it's the same.
Oh, and he froze, guys. So I don't know if he's gonna unfreeze. But yeah, man, just be safe, everybody, because the summer's out. It's summertime. The sun is out. The heat is out. Niggas gonna be pulling guns on y'all. If y'all wearing jewelry, bro, the wolves is out, man. Yo, the wolves is out. People will pull up on you and try to rob you. So just be careful. And another thing I want to say is to like all my friends and family members out there, like I said, be safe. but always be positive with everything you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll have different people come around you and try to bring you down, bring your energy levels down and shit like that to join them, to like make you do something stupid. Just make sure you think about it 2 times before you do it, and be safe out there, man. Because I don't really want to lose anybody else in my family or another friend. You know what I'm saying? Because I lost 4 friends last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to lose any this year. So, Corey, what was you saying before you had cut out?
Yeah, now flowing overheating. I had to shift it to it's not a power saving mode. I had to shift it to power saving mode, and I did that halfway through the podcast, so I lost a lot of battery. So it's overheating and everything, man. It runs down real quick. But now, what I was saying, it's just the same old thing, man. You had the Antoine Rose situation. The cop shot him in his back. He was just running. Shot him in his back. Mistaken identity. That happens all the time in the hood. Cats always die because of that. That has nothing new with that. Same old savagery, man. We just got it's just out in the open now. It's out in the open. People can soak it in. The thing to do is just don't get numb to it. Don't get numb. That's all you gotta. You can't get numb. Can't allow yourself to get numb, because that's been the problem with that's been the problem in the inner cities is everybody's numb. So it's just everybody's numb to it. So when somebody dies, it's just kind of like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's another day. You know what I'm saying? It's another day in the town. You know. So it's become normalized. And so now you're seeing it on a national scale. People die, man. When you look over in Middle East, over in the Middle East, or you hear 80 or 65 people were killed in a bombing over in the UK or something like that, that's horrific. But Americans, we're so used to hearing bad news about the UK, and over on that side in the Middle East, and reward and everything is that people, tend not to even bat an eye at that. You know what I'm saying? A worldwide problem. I don't care if it's on the other side of the world. If it's a problem for them, it's a problem for humanity. You know what I'm saying? Because it can reach you. So, it's got a lot of work to do. It's always work to do. It's just people. I guess more people are realizing that everything's not so sweet. You know what I'm saying? Everything's not so sweet. It's real out here.
Yeah, man. So ending off on that, all I'm saying is keep your energy high, y'all. Man, keep the people that surround you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that energy is up. If anybody with energy is down and you can't help them like that, they don't really need to be around you, because your energy is gonna fall with them. And it's gonna be bad for you. So, with all that being said, man, question time. And the big question that was sent in last week was if men were raised by black women. Hold on. If men were raised by black women, why do black men not respect black women? That's the question from last week from a listener. It was an average girl. So, damn, I got a little something right there. Ignore that, y'all. But it was from an average girl out there. So shout out to her, and hopefully, I asked one of my aunties the question, but I will let Corey go first, and then while I pull up her text message towards me.
Black women now. She says, why don't black men respect black women?
Yes.
It's there's a respect there. I think at times black men protect the black woman's image, sometimes to a fault. I think it's just the whole thing is just lack of family structure. And, like I said, like I always say, the virus that's been, just put into the black community as far as the way of thinking. The women have to be better than the other women. You can't, certain things that go on. You can't go and say, the white women and this woman, Chinese women, all that they do it too. And from looks of it, they're in. Even though what I'm saying, the world is in the dire need right now, but that economically they're doing better than us. So we gotta move different. The women gotta move different. It's a lot of things. I think sometimes it could be a multitude of things. It's the way that they're portrayed in the media. The whole sex culture. Sex has always been sold, especially to the black community, is continuously sold, and so men view that as manhood. You know what I'm saying? How many bodies you got under your belt? You know what I'm saying? They view that as manhood. So they're just going around fucking. Not really. They don't know how to really control their hormones because no father around to really tell them. A lot of the times there's no father around because the mother did a terrible job of picking because, a lot of times, they're attracted to street guys or guys that are, out here, doing the most, and get attracted to those guys. But, he's giving you all the clues from the outset. So now it's a multitude of issues. But I think human beings in general just don't have respect for each other, especially in black people, black folks. As a whole, we just don't have a lot of respect. Man, we killing each other. You go on jobs, and I'll say this even about the jobs, and this is just off of my experience. Black women tend to be the only group that feuds with each other they feud with each other on the jobs, getting in fights and getting into petty arguments. Not even black men, and it's not black man and black man, or black man or black woman or nothing, or white man, this and that. Everybody has their little feuds, but the multitude is usually coming from black women feuding with each other. So the son may see that you raising these sons, and if you sit up there talking to, calling them bitches and talking crazy about a woman, he'll pick up that same behavior. And yeah, it's a multitude of things. Like I said, the fathers irresponsible. A lot of fathers being irresponsible, not understanding the responsibility that comes with bringing a child into this world. It goes back to that old Spider-Man saying, man, with great power comes great responsibility. It is a power to create a child. That is a power. It's not fun time. We have fun, you know what I'm saying? I love some pussy. You know what I'm saying? I love pussy. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I understand the power that comes. It's power, man. You know what I'm saying? You're creating a life. You're creating life. You know what I'm saying? Which keeps the world going. You know what I'm saying? It's always multiplying. And so, it's not just, you just, hey, I'm tired of this person and, I slide off, or I want some new pussy. And at the same time, there's a lot of men that are doing a damn good job, and there's a lot of women that are doing a damn good job. Like I said, it's a multitude of things. But it's all that, black man don't respect the women and all that, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's propaganda. It's basically just black people don't respect black people in general. They're not respecting each other, and that's starting from a kid. The kids pick up that type of shit. If you think about some of the conversations you used to have with kids as a youth, it's like, damn, we really don't. This shit starts early. We just don't respect each other. They're picking that shit up from the parents. You know what I'm saying? So, it's an overall thing with us.
Okay. And the question once again was, if black men were raised by black women, why do black men treat them with less respect? But yo, what my auntie said was it depends on the woman and how they raise their kid. The son, I should say. What she say? If she lets the kid run wild and doesn't care and expect anything from the kid or the father, then she's pretty much what she pretty much said was if you're not actually attending to your child and if you're not monitoring your kid at all times and letting your kid do whatever he wants to do, being disrespectful to people, being disrespectful to you, is on the mother, honestly. So I mean, she has a point because some kids do be doing a little too much, and parents be letting it happen. So I mean, I can't really do nothing but say she has a point. And what I think is, yo, man, not every black man is like that. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the person you go for. You feel me? So as a beige individual myself who is black, I'm nowhere like that. But I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this without being disrespectful, because I can be very disrespectful, but I treat my mother with the utmost respect. And that's the woman that birthed me and raised me. I treat my aunties with the utmost respect. I treat my grandmother with the utmost respect. I'll treat everybody with the utmost respect, unless you not disappoint me, but unless you come at me crazy and solid. So I mean, it just depends on who you was raised by. Like she said, I mean, that's what I'm gonna go with. But I mean, I hope that answered your question, because respect is earned. It's given at first, but it's earned altogether. You have to earn somebody's respect. Oh, is Corey? I guess Corey froze. Yeah. And so on that note, I don't know if he'll be back, but yeah. That note, we have no more. Oh, we had reverse racism. And I will touch on that real quick until he comes back. But reverse racism, I believe there's no such thing as reverse racism. I think it's bullshit. I think let's just say people want to use that reverse racism because they feel that us calling them racist, they should be able to do the same to us, when it makes no sense whatsoever. So I mean, reverse racism is bullshit, and I'm not here for it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody tries to hit you with a reverse racism, just laugh at them. Honestly, just smile at them. You know what I'm saying? Kindness kills everything. So reverse racism in my eyes is bullshit. And he's back. Corey, the next question was from an average guy. He hit me up on Facebook and he said reverse racism. I wanted to get your opinion on that. I gave my opinion on it. Reverse racism. What you think?
All right, I might cut out. My phone's coming toward its end, but well, what does he want to know about reverse racism? What's he?
Just give your opinion on reverse racism.
Okay, well, the common thing that shared, I forgot the name of the guy that started it, but the common thing that shared amongst Black community, namely the conscious community, is that Black people can't be racist, and we can be racist because we can still gain control of different things. There's certain things we can gain control of. As far as if we get start pouring our money into dumb shit and start start small. You know what I'm saying? If you get a football league, look, you got LeVar Ball's league. LeVar Ball's got a league going right now. So if he were to say, I want all Black owners, that would be racist. That's racist.
I don't know about that.
Because the definition of race is to be specifically for one. Yeah, before no, that's prejudice. For racism, it's to be for one's race versus the others. Like you're primarily for that race, and you know what I'm saying. You'll do, you know what I'm saying. You'll do what you want to do. You'll do what you need to do to keep, the other one down. You know what I'm saying? It's based like a race. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a race. So the black person could do that. That's racism. That's racism in the workplace. You know what I'm saying? You can be racist, but as far as a whole, you know what I'm saying? We can't create no racist system. We can't create a racist system. So it depends on what he's talking about. It depends on what situation he's talking about.
And he's out, guys. And so on that note, it'll be get it off your chest. The only thing I have to get off my chest right now is what I need you guys to do right now. I know it seems like a lot. I need you guys to go to Facebook, type in the Average Guy Podcast, hit that like and follow button. I need you also to go to my Instagram, the Average Guy Studios, hit that follow button. You get all the updates, you get clips and everything else. I need you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Go to SoundCloud if you have Apple, or if you have an Apple and you use SoundCloud. Go hit that subscribe button. Hit the hearts, man. Yo, you hit the hearts, I'm gonna start doing more stuff on this channel. I got y'all. And if you have an iPad or iPhone, anything Apple, and you don't use SoundCloud, I need you to go to the podcast app. Click that app, type in the Average Guy Podcast, and scroll down. I think it's like a row or two, you know what I'm saying? And you'll see me. You see this pretty face. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go ahead and hit that follow button and, man, rate, review us. You know what I'm saying? 1 star, 5 stars. Yo, write something. It helps me a lot. So with all that being said, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Average Guy Podcast. We will be back Thursday, man, 9 o'clock. So with all that being said, this is your boy Randy Anderson, and this is Average Guy Podcast, and I'm out. Peace.